She didn't cry at the funeral. Not because she wasn't heartbroken, but because something didn't add up. Tom had gone missing 2 weeks earlier. Police found his car near a river, keys still in the ignition. No body, just an open door and water. Then came the official story. Presumed drowned. End of investigation. Case closed. But Emma knew her husband. He didn't just vanish. He didn't leave messes. And he never ignored her calls. So she waited. 3 days after the funeral, a plain white envelope arrived. No stamp, just her name handwritten. Inside one small key. And a note. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you. Everything you need to know is in the locker. No signature. But the handwriting? Definitely Tom's. The key had a number. 416B. Emma's heart raced. She knew that number. A safety deposit box. Tom had once mentioned it during a wine-soaked dinner, laughing about backup plans for the apocalypse. She hadn't thought it was real, but it was. At the bank, she handed over the key. The clerk opened a long, narrow metal box and slid it across the table. Inside, a black phone, a wad of cash, and 3 fake passports, all with Tom's face, different names. She felt sick. At the bottom was a flash drive. She plugged it into her laptop right there in the bank's waiting room. The screen loaded one folder, insurance. Inside, hundreds of documents, emails, voice memos, and something else. Videos. Tom, speaking directly to the camera. If you're seeing this, it means I didn't make it. Or I had to disappear fast. He looked tired, pale. I worked for them, Em. Not by choice. They had leverage. I can't say more in case they're watching. But I couldn't keep lying to you. So I left everything here. The next video was darker. Tom whispering. You might be in danger too. Go to the cabin. Check the floorboards under the bed. And whatever you do, don't trust anyone from the company. Not even the police. Emma sat frozen. The company. He meant his job. He was just a financial analyst. Wasn't he? That night, she drove to the old cabin in the woods they used to visit every fall. She hadn't been there in years. Dust everywhere. She found the loose floorboard. Inside, a second flash drive. And a notebook. The drive contained bank statements, wire transfers, names, none of them hers. The notebook was a journal. Page after page of Tom's guilt, his fear, and something worse, a list of people, dates, amounts paid, and in bold, underlined ink, whistleblowers, silenced. Emma couldn't breathe. Her husband hadn't worked for a bank. He worked for something darker, and he had tried to run. That night, she didn't sleep. The next morning, someone knocked on her motel door. She didn't answer. Instead, she slipped out the back with the notebook, the drives, and the passports, left her phone in the drawer, and disappeared. Where is she now? No one knows. But rumors say she's working with an underground network, helping other people like Tom escape, exposing the names one by one. They thought she'd break. They thought she'd run. But they never expected what she'd do. After finding the truth. And neither did Tom.